Watchman yere, watchman pogo, wo bibi afe, agbeli kaklo, intekuma. This hairstyle is known by several names. All the tribes in Ghana seem to have a different name for the hairstyle based on how they perceive it and how they achieve it. This is a simple and easy to do hairstyle for people growing their teeny weeny afro. But before I get into it, why did I call it all these names? So I'm going to start with the Dagaba people of Ghana. Thank you, Mabi, for helping me out know more about Watchman Pogo. According to Mabi, back in the day, they cut their hair short to like this level, and then they place little calabash on the hair. Alright, so by placing it on it, it forms a little ball on the head, and then they place several others on it, and it gives them that little rounded shapes of natural hair. I still couldn't picture it. So little calabash on the head. When they put the calabash on the head to create those shapes, they refer to it as agbeli, pontoli yaga. I really hope I got that right. So with time, people related this hairstyle with simplicity. So back in the day, I mean, a watchman was like a security man, and they didn't earn as much as other workers. Wives of watchmen tend to do this hairstyle since it was cheaper to make. Also, it is called agbeli kaklo by the Ewe people of Ghana. Cassava fritters look exactly like this hairstyle, so it makes sense that they call it agbeli kaklo. For the Gans, wabibi afe means little hen poop. You know how hen poop looks small and rounded. It's difficult to braid cornrows, it's difficult to add extensions and all of that. So it's like a starter hair for people who are growing their hair. But if you have small hair, or if you're now growing your natural hair, it's one of the easiest hairstyles to do. To braid this hair is actually very simple. I only had a little mirror in front of me to look. You need a thread, my oil, that's my black castor oil. I have my curling custard. For the curling custard, it tends to leave some whitish residue on the hair that is not really desirable. But if you don't mind, it helps to really hold your curls. And a leave-in conditioner, I use an Afro comb. I also add a tail comb, scissors, and that's it. Then next, I decide which parting method I'd like to use. There are different parting means you can use. You can do box, you can do freestyle, you can do triangles and all of that. I decided to do freestyle because the only way I could do it well was to imagine freestyle. So I usually start on freshly washed hair, and then I add my oil, then I top up with my leave-in conditioner, then the curling custard. You comb out the whole hair. Then I usually start from the back, so I just part, I make a part. I mean, I made a few mistakes with the parting. My lines weren't very crisp. But when you make a little part, you still have to comb it. Make sure that your scalp is not too tight, so you're not holding the hair too tight close to your scalp. And that is to prevent tension, because this is a thread, remember. You're going to wind it around the base of the hair, and you don't want to do that to put too much tension on your scalp. So I just hold the hair, and then I wind the thread around it. So before I even wind the thread, I just put the tip of that thread in between my finger and the hair. Alright, then I hold both of them, as in I hold the thread with the hair, and then I wind the rest of the thread around the base of the hair. I do that about 10 times, sometimes 5 times. After this, I just cut the remaining thread off. You have to be careful at this point, especially as you're doing it on yourself, to not cut your own hair. Normally when you are done, you can choose to make a knot to secure, but I don't do that because it doesn't really come out. It actually stays intact. So that's one thing I like about this hairstyle. So you just follow through for the rest of your head. Just keep going. I remember at a point I had to stop to go and eat, and then I had to also relax my arms a bit because it was really painful at a point. I was just getting tired. So you have to take breaks if you're doing it on yourself. So I just follow through like this to the front, and then I style it how I like, depending on how you want it to look. I just did a freestyle, so I didn't really put in any lines specifically to give it any direction. One thing I really like to stress on is your edges. Well, I'm talking for people who have thin edges. When you have thin edges, whenever you are braiding your hair, leave about 2 inches of length of your scalp. Now look for your edges, the hair over there that look thin, or you know where your problematic areas are. Just push that side out, and then you can now continue braiding the rest of the hair, and then you can just lay it down like I did. Always remember, you really don't need to braid every part of your hair for your face to look smooth. I really don't want to be tampering with those little hair. They tend to break off easily, and I don't see why I should braid everything just to have a smooth face. Now, to take them out is quite easy. All you need to do is to find the end of the thread, which is usually just close by, and then you pull it out. It easily glides out, especially if your hair is well moisturized. So you do the same for the others, and you're good to go. Wash my hair, but before I do that, I add my ginger juice to remove any dandruff, and then I just follow through with my shampoo, condition the hair, and that's it. Thank you very much for watching my video. I really appreciate it. Kindly give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please kindly share this video. Just go down there, click on the share, and then copy the link and share it on your WhatsApp status, your Facebook, your Instagram, Twitter. Share it everywhere. Let everybody see how to do this simple hairstyle, especially for people who are growing new or tiny mini afro. I really appreciate it. Kindly drop down a comment below. Let me see what you think. I'll be glad to read your comments. Thank you so much.